Da smo svi isti ne bi valjalo. Tako ovog puta smo uspjeli da nađemo čoveka koji je prodao svoju kuću i sve što ima u Americi, uložio tu u LAMBORGHINI URUSa, poslao ga avionom u Evropu i godinu dana već unazad obilazi razne zemlje. Ime mu je Konor i što on kaže, nemam ženu, nemam decu, kad ću ako neću sada. Napravit ćemo mali intervju sa njim da čujemo koja je ideja iz ovog projekta.
Zdravo!
Hello, welcome to Serbia.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Connor.
Connor, and this is your Camperghini.
It is my house.
Your house?
Yes.
And what's the story behind it?
So I bought it about a year ago.
Yeah.
And converted it into a camper. Flew it on a plane to Germany. I've been driving around Europe. Now I'm driving around the Balkans, and then I'm going to go all the way to China, through Russia, Turkey, all that. And after that, Africa, South America, and around the world, living in the back.
Crazy. So I saw on your Instagram that you sold your house to buy a Lamborghini and to travel the world.
Exactly.
That's a crazy story, man. And how did that happen? How the idea came?
I say that I was just walking and then a screw popped out and then it happened. But no, in reality, I mean, I always had like different crazy ideas, and you know, every day I have 1,000 different crazy ideas. Yeah. And I was just talking to my dad on the phone one day, and I was like, you know, it'd be funny if I like rented this room of the house, and then jumped in a Lambo and be like, all right, I'm living here now, and drive off. And then somehow it clicked, and it was like, you know what? This is the perfect time to travel around the world while I'm young. I don't have kids, I don't have a wife, I'm not tied down. I mean, I had many responsibilities, but not like, you know, a lifetime was worth of responsibility. So I said, now's the time to travel the world, wind down operations in the US and explore, and why not do it in a Lamborghini?
Yeah, so are you a car guy all your life, or?
I mean, my first vehicle was an F-350 diesel truck. It was an F-350 crew cab, long bed, like 21 foot, whatever, 4-meter truck.
Yeah.
Diesel, I put like a smokestack in the back and all that kind of stuff. And after that I had different trucks, and you know, I would rebuild the trucks and things. So I was like an American redneck version of a car guy. So before I was an Audi fanboy. You know, I've always had a few Audis over the years, like and the SUV I had a Q3, and then I got an SQ5. So the next thing, of course, is to get, you know, the Urus.
So you're going to China, and you know which country is the next, and
well, so I'm going to go up to Romania and actually remodel the whole car. My house needs a remodel. You know, it's a year old, so it needs a remodel. I got to, you know, freshen the place up, redesign, and do a little bit different. So I'm going to rip out the rear seat. And make like the bed a little bit bigger. And put like 2 refrigerator freezer in there with Dometic. And yeah, so it's going to be like a different design. So I'll be there for a few weeks working on that. And then I would like to finish the rest of the Balkans, you know, go down to Albania, Montenegro, then down to Greece, Macedonia and all that. And then head down and across Turkey, up through Georgia. Yeah. If I can get into Azerbaijan, I don't know, it's a little closed right now. Yeah. And then up through Russia and
and to China. And when you come to China, you are going back?
So what I would like to do is I'd like to try to get into North Korea, which would be really cool. Yeah. So I'm starting now to work some different behind the scenes diplomatic people and such to see if I can get this car into North Korea and back out. Yeah. More importantly. Yeah. And yeah, so I'd like to do, you know, North Korea, South Korea, Japan. We'll see, you know, maybe I tour some of the islands, you know, down into Indonesia, Vietnam, maybe go down to Australia and then come back up through India and back across and then down Africa. So
that's a crazy
I'm still figuring out the route, if you will.
And how do people react in different countries? Are they all like, wow?
I would say everywhere I go, there's a very warm reception. I mean, that's the thing, is I get in the comment section all the time on the channel, on the Camperghini channel on YouTube and Instagram, and people are like, why the Urus? Why this car? Why that? And it's like, there's so many people that don't understand it, but there's so many more people that understand it. Yeah. And they see it, and even if they're not a car person, even if they're not a Lamborghini person, they see the car and they see the American plates and they see me living in the back, they're like, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, and it just brings smiles to people's faces, and it opens all the doors. I mean, if I was driving in a Toyota, we wouldn't be here, you know, having this conversation about what I'm doing. And it's the same thing. Like every town I go to, there's so many cool people that are shooting videos and photos, and they say, hey, let me show you my town. And people are like, come check out the town. And it's so, when you travel, I mean, people are open to, you know, travelers. If you show up and maybe I had an American truck with a, you know, American plate on the back or something, people are, oh, that's cool, let me show you around. Then it's like times 100 with this car.
Yes,
people are like, oh, come to my club, come to my restaurant, come to my event thing, let's do this, let's do that. And it's just all day I get bombarded with people on Instagram and emails like, come do this and that. And it's like, you couldn't imagine how incredible it is.
No.
And when I started the journey, I thought, okay, this is gonna be cool. And like, sure, it will, you know, be marketed well for YouTube and do well. And you know, that is the goal, is to monetize on YouTube with some sponsors and continue paying for the journey to travel around the world and have fun with it. But it's just gone even crazier than I could have even imagined.
Cool. Can you show me the car around?
Yeah.
What modifications you did?
So one thing I've done is this front bumper.
Yeah.
And you know, I cut the original bumper. It was a bit of a careful design because we needed to be below the thermal camera and below the crash sensor, the side impact sensors and all that kind of stuff. So this design was done in Germany, and it's got a lot of problems. It's too heavy and such. So in Romania, one of the plans is to rip this off, throw it in the trash can, and do a new one that's a bit better design out of aluminum, that's lighter. It's like 70 kilograms. Yeah. And when you're driving, it's just horrible. It's like having a weight on the front. It's like driving with a cow sitting on the front.
And why Romania? Why do you do all the modifications?
Because I have some friends in Romania that have a shop. So over here, this is where I've got the general tires, as you can see, and these are nice and aggressive off-road, and they actually work well on the track too. I took it on track in Croatia and
on Grobnik.
Grobnik.
Yeah, crazy. It was like a track day or someone.
After a track day, like I got to do the last lap.
And did you film it?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on YouTube later at some point. When I edit it. When I'm not driving around like 8 hours a day, I can edit it and
so you do all the editing and filming yourself?
Now, when I started the trip, I had a full-time videographer and a couple editors remote.
Okay.
And it just is so difficult being in the car, you know, with someone full-time. And we still, even with a full-time filmer, we weren't getting any YouTube videos out. It was a struggle to get videos out. So now my system is, okay, focus on, you know, Instagram and shorts, you know, on YouTube and Reels. And when I can, do a YouTube video. But it's a lot of work. I'm not an editor, I'm not a videographer by trade. I built houses and buildings before. So my skill set's construction. So if you want to build a, you know, skyscraper over there, like great, I can do it, you know, easy. But to edit videos is so freaking difficult. So the rims, these are made in Germany. These are from Delta 4x4. And this is cool because it's got this outer ring. You can replace this ring when you scratch it up instead of the whole rim. So when you drive it up against the curbs, like you can see I've done here.
You replace the outer ring.
Yeah, exactly. And then over here, of course, I've got the YouTube channel, Camperghini.
That's how I found you.
Like and subscribe down below and comment. And then, of course, on the roof, what I've got here is I've got all of the Osram Frontrunner off-road lights and the Frontrunner roof rack with this little awning that pops out the side. I've got a table and chairs in here. I've got like all of my extra storage stuff in here, and you know, snorkel and goggles and volleyball and things like that. Extra tire. I've got my Starlink, like tool storage, you know, a jack to jack the car up. And then of course here I've got the grip tape, because this is how I get onto the roof. It's like a little ladder step, you know.
Never saw someone do this on his Urus. Like everybody is taking care of it.
They're being super careful. And I scratched it here where I was riding a skateboard off of it one day, and the truck, like the metal truck, dug into the paint a little bit. So it happens. I need to get a new sticker. So back here I've got the shovel to, of course, go to the bathroom in the forest. And I've got this here where I can plug in some lights and hang it off the awning. And then over here, this is a pole where I have a pole that shoots up in the air. I can give you a picture of it, what it looks like.
Okay.
And it's like this light that sticks, I don't know, 4 meters up in the air, and all the bugs go to the light instead of going, you know, down here in this area.
Case. And in the back?
So in the back, what I've got with the current setup, of course, I've got all of the front runner flat pack bags. Everything's labeled, you know, this is trousers, snacks, other things. And under that, I have my stove where I cook everything. So
what do you eat?
Mostly steak, vegetables, quinoa, rice. And yeah, so that's where I keep some storage stuff. And then over here, I actually have a fridge and freezer combo right here. But right now it's not working because the whole electrical system failed last week when I was in Bosnia. So that's why it prompted me to redesign the whole interior. Is, you know, here's the electrical system down in here.
Yeah.
Right there. And what happened is the charger, this Victron charger, it just is totally junk. And
did you do all these modifications yourself? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I did all of these, and I mean, I had a guy that was helping me. My old camera guy actually helped me like do all of this, you know, if I need hold something or I'm grinding something big, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so all of what you see here with the fridge and the bed, this, because under this is of course my bed where I sleep. That was all done in America before I shipped it. But and there's 300 amp hour batteries under this as well.
Yeah.
And after I shipped it, then I finished all of this electric that you see in here in Germany, because I just ran out of time to do it in the US.
So this is one of a kind vehicle.
Yeah.
I think nobody ever thought about doing all this to Lamborghini Urus. Yeah, and you fold the seats and then you sleep, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So
does it get hot in here?
Yeah, very, very hot. So last night I stayed by the riverside here in Novi Sad, but the night before that when I was in Belgrade, it was so hot. Yeah. So I just got an Airbnb with an air conditioner.
So that's a little bit of cheating? Or?
Which, cheating. We'll call it that.
Yeah.
But it's so unbearable. Because the thing that you got to think about with the car is, especially with all of this metal, is if I'm driving around for, you know, a few hours, all the exhaust is there and all the heat rises and attracts to this metal. Yeah. So then when I lay down, if it's, you know, like last night was 88 degrees in the air, but this platform was probably like 94 degrees, which is so hot when you're sleeping. It does not make a comfortable night.
Yeah, and the car behaves normal. You didn't have any problem with the car?
Yeah, I did have one O-ring that was part of, I think, the EGR system. It went out when I was driving from Hungary into Austria.
Okay, and
so I had to tow it there. I towed it to the Lamborghini dealer.
Yes.
And they fixed it.
Yeah, it's okay. And do you have some warranty of the car? Did you contact Lamborghini? Does they have some, like, you're doing the marketing really good for a Lamborghini?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna wait and see maybe how I do on the journey.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, oh, congratulations, here, let's help you out now.
Here's the new Urus.
Yeah, perhaps. But, you know, I would like to collaborate with Lamborghini. A lot of the dealerships I have, and they're following along, and many of the dealerships like, hey, come on, anything you need, we help you out, come in. And the dealership, I mean, the dealerships have been just so incredible for driving around the world and the experience with Lamborghini. It really is. It's like, it's not like owning an Audi. An Audi is a good experience, but Lamborghini is an excellent experience.
And did you do some modifications to the suspension?
Not yet. So right now it's stock. It's got an air suspension, and all I'm planning on doing with the suspension is to put in those little the little sensors, and it changes the airbags so that it actually can get another couple centimeters higher with the stock suspension. And the thing is, if you go any higher than that, then the CV joints, whatever, axles start to like pull out and they can slip. So you really don't want to go any higher than that.
And did you go some heavy off-roading?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
The first time was in Colorado, and I got it stuck on some snow, which thinking of snow right now would be quite nice.
Yeah.
But I've been off-roading everywhere. I mean, pretty much every country I go to, I'd take it off-road, and I mean, you know, I'm sleeping places like this where it's off-road, and sometimes it's a couple miles of, you know, dirt trails or through bushes or forest. And oh, and here you can see this, all these scrape marks are from a horse.
Horse?
Yeah, a horse tried to open the door.
Where did you sleep, man?
The Bosnian horse. I have it on video. I have the horse like, and he was like trying to open the door. He couldn't get it in.
Eastern Europe, even the horses steal cars. Welcome to Bosnia and Herzegovina.
You can go if you want to get it a little bit dirty, to get it up here and do a few shots.
Okay.
Yeah. That will be crazy.
Yeah.
Idemo sad malo da provozamo Urusa, tačnije Conor će ga provozati i penjemo se na off-road, čisto da uhvatimo još par zanimljivih kadrova. Lamborghini Urus na off-roadu, opet kažem, ne viđa se svaki dan. Napravit ćemo i koju fotografiju kada smo već dobili ovu privilegiju da uhvatimo Conora i njegovog Lamborghinija. Vozili smo se malo po putu, snimili smo, što on kaže, rolling shots, snimili smo neke kadrove i za njegov kanal, što da mu ne učinimo kada je sam na ovom proputovanju. I sada smo uzeli Nikona da napravimo neke fotografije da i nama ostanu za uspomenu. I s ovim kadrima završavamo naš klip. Hvala vam na gledanju, uživajte u fotografijama u nastavku i obavezno udarite like i subscribe. Pozdrav!